guys, it's Wednesday, the middle of the week, which can only mean one thing from now on. That's it. We're playing Feed the Beast. We're back to MineCorp, MCorp, and yeah, it's still running. Everything works. This guy's harvesting. Just told him to, so that's not surprising. These guys are still going. It's all good. It's been a while. It's been a month and a half to be precise. And you know, that's just because I've been getting back to terms with the other base, and you know, just getting back with the LP, which has been a lot of fun. It's been cool that's, you know, I think it's going quite well. So it's time to get this going as well again. Let's get it all running. So today's plans. I've got a couple of things I want to do today. One is actually this bit over here. We'll come back to that in a sec, but it's all revolving around that. Those of you may have seen my videos before. The little chap that normally sits there, he's currently at harvest. We just saw him a second ago. He harvests the potatoes and soon the wheat as well. And at the moment, he just chucks them into these little containers at the back here. You can't see him, but there's one there, and there's also one here as well. That's how you gather the resources from those guys. What I can do is I can sit down here, and I can go 2, and then I can go harvest potatoes. Then I'll go off and harvest potatoes. So, but he's already out, so you can't see that. But yeah, I'm going to sort that out for the wheat as well. And the reason for that is, this episode I'm planning on starting out the kitchen, the canteen, which is going to be in here, and we're going to serve baked potatoes, jacket potatoes, JPs. Also, what else can we do? We can do mushroom soup using the seeds and the wheat, and we can do bread. So you know, you can get anything you want in here, providing it's one of those free things. You know, and that's the idea. I mean, it's nothing too complicated. Just a bit of fun, really. You know. So with all that in mind, the first thing we need to do is pop over here and you know, start planting the seeds in this area over here. So now, something I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is Feed the Beast really as a whole, because I've been thinking about, you know, what this series is and why I'm doing it, and you know, as well as Minecraft, and if it's different enough than Minecraft to be worth doing, which I think it is enough. I'm really, what it comes down to is, before I thought that this was a series that was, you know, Feed the Beast is all about rushing to endgame tech. It's like a race to see how quickly or how much stuff you can get, you know, in your base as quick as possible, which is what I did initially. And don't get me wrong, that was really good fun. But it's tricky striking the balance right, because once you've got everything in Feed the Beast, it's the game becomes sort of automated, and the problem with that is that, you know, you end up having everything done for you. So whilst the game is great, and it's, you know, it's great to create in the game, what makes it better is that sometimes you've just got time to, you know, you have to take a break to go mine or to do something, and you're not always building, you're not always farming, or you have to harvest stuff. You know, I say that, you know, with a degree of tongue in cheek there, because I'm making a farm, but you know, it's but you know, the game it limits itself, so that's cool. Feed the Beast doesn't. So having thought that, and you know, taken away from it a bit, it's quite good to be able to think, right, well, in which case this game I'm going to treat like original Minecraft and vanilla Minecraft rather, and you know, it's just to muck about and have fun, and you know, there's no reason to make a kitchen for the food, but you know, why not? Because you know, that's the whole point of the game, is to have fun and to do stuff and build stuff, and yeah, you know, it's just mucking around really. Yeah, and that's it. That's what the game's going to be for me. So yeah, talking done. A bit more technical now. And for those of you that haven't used this mod at all before, this is Steve's carts. It's really cool. These are cargo managers, and basically they unload and load stuff off of the little train we saw a second ago. We'll go and see that again in a second in action. In fact, we might even send it around here. And basically what they do is, you have a set of rails here and a set of rails here, which are advanced rails, and then when they pass over them, it activates, you know, the command on the side of the block. So for instance, I can do, let's have a look. So we want to use the, let's have a look, what is it again? I believe it's the seeds. There we go, perfect. So the sides we've got to use are yellow, so it's going to come out on this one here. So that's yellow. So the yellow needs to be, split them down into groups. Right, there we go. So yellow needs to be seeds, and it needs to be giving it the seeds. So it's cargo manager to machine. So that's giving it the seeds. And then on the blue side, same again. We need to get us the seeds. There she is. And on this one, opposite way around, we go giving the seeds to the cargo manager. So this way, and we just go like we go 1, 2. We do 3 stacks. There you go. Cool. We'll give it 3 stacks. So when it comes out next time, it will always have enough seeds to do the next harvest. So there'll never be a situation where it can't harvest. In fact, actually, I think it takes 2 to do this entire. I think I just did this. Yeah, it takes 2. So we'll change that down to 2 actually, just to make sure we get maximum amount of seeds each time we do the run. So that's cool. So that's set up basically to do the 2 things there. We don't need one of these, which is what this here is, a cargo distributor. So if you were to put this on top of this, you could then pull the cargo out using the Phunkcraft pipes or the pneumatic tubes and that sort of stuff as well. So that's always quite handy. Yeah, so that's that. So this is basically set up now. This is set up from a from the farm's point of view. That's good to go. I'll put the railcraft bits in a second when I come back to it. I've already set up the PC program to run, so it goes this way. The only thing I have to do is set up the manager behind it, the manager up there, and a few bits. So what I'm actually going to do now quickly, now I've had a bit of a chat with you guys, I'm going to cut here. I'll clean this room up a little bit, get the other things working and that sort of stuff, and we'll jump back in, build the kitchen out like I plan to. Yeah, and we'll take it from there. So I'll speak to you guys in a sec. Right then, chaps, I have shaped the room a little bit better, and it does look a bit better now. So it's not finished yet. I'll do some design work once I'm done with the whole machines that make the food and that, but that's not for now. That's for once that's done. First things first, we need to get the food from there to here, and I could make a pipe there. In fact, that'd be really easy actually, but I'm not going to. We're going to use tesseracts because they're cool, and I want to use them. Oh, spacebar got stuck there. So what we need to do, we need these item distributors on top of these cargo managers. So this one's full actually. That's good. I'm glad we're doing it. In fact, it's very close to being full. But the way this is going to work is pretty straightforward. You have a pipe coming out of one of these, gate on the pipe, tesseract in the middle. Straightforward, okay? However, what we need to do before we do that, as you can see here, the yellow side here is set to pull anything out of here. In fact, what we can do actually, we can just do this. We don't actually need to, anything that's in this thing at all, in this case it works fine, we'll just pull out. So anything in here gets pulled. It's probably worth doing these all as red actually. Let's do this. Red. Cool, so we've got 2 there. So if I was to put this here now, that won't connect to this because it hasn't got anything set up on it yet. Now, no, this is the blue side. So what we need to do is say blue, get everything, and that's now pulling everything out of here. When you place it again, you'll notice that there's actually the correct bit of kit there. Now, I won't set these up yet because I'll set this one up because to energy off, redstone off, pulsar on, and that just means that whenever there's no signal it pulses, so all the time basically. I won't do this one yet because this one is actually full, and if I do it, it will go nowhere. So we need to make a new line of item transport here. So what we're going to call it is just food. Tick. And that should, there you go, food. That now is, let's just make it 10 to 12. That now is transferring on the food wavelength basically. So what we can do now is get away from the zombies for a start and come over here and start actually processing some food. So let's pop this guy, let's make a little block to pop this on. So let's plop him there for now. We can start by putting a wooden pipe to suck out of him, which we'll just use, in fact you don't need to do this, what we're doing. Gold pipe coming out of him, who is on the food frequency. Cool, that's all that's set. And now what we need to do is dial out the different types of food. So for that we actually need some diamond pipe, which I haven't got on my inventory. We're just gonna grab some of that. There should be some down here. And that's just to split up the 3 different food groups, because instead of sorting them when they come out of the cargo managers, we're going to sort it over here. It's a bit cleaner. Saves a bit of space behind the other area as well. Oh, emerald, so close. We will have those, because no doubt I will need them in a minute anyway. Oh, I got none here. Right, follow me to the base. We'll just go grab some quickly. There should be some. Okay, I can't believe that was the first chest we looked in. The odds of that actually happening are so slim that you wouldn't believe it. But it happened, so it's good. We're good. It's good. I planned it. I knew it was there. What you're talking about. And yeah, so then we want to start splitting them up straight away. Now we've got wheat, seeds, and spuds coming through. Spuds. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just straight out of here. So we want spuds to come this way, straight away. And they can go into, let's do it here. They need to go straight into this induction furnace. They're going to be cooked. And that's that. Pretty straightforward, really. Then we also need, in fact, we'll put that one higher so we can pull out off the bottom as well. So we go that there. And we go like this. Cool. So that's the first thing. We also need bread in the middle, which is again is just this crafting table there. With that has to be pulled out of the side. So what we can do on this, we can go. Actually, you can put it at the bottom as well. That's fine. So we'll do that like that. And then we also need wheat and all the seeds to go this way into a moistener. So we go 1, 2, 3. Is that about the same? Yeah, cool. In fact, we might actually close this entire thing off and just have chests in front of this. That may make a bit more sense, because this last thing here needs to be. This works, well, it works at all. It needs to be in darkness. So we'll have to block this last corner off. That's fine. And the way this works is you put seeds and you put seeds in here. This one, you put wheat in here, and it makes psyllium, which is cool. That's a awesome little piece there. Now this is actually quite easy. The spuds will cook themselves, so that's fine. The bread will go in here and make. Sorry, the wheat will go in here and make bread, and wheat and seeds go in here. Cool, easy. Now what we need is let's get some of the items so we can actually send this around the correct places. We'll start off with getting a potato. I'm sure they won't mind. That is a good one, yep. And then we should get a wheat and a seed. So this is all grown, so I can harvest this in a minute and show you what it actually looks like when it's being harvested. So let's go set that up in here on the diamond pipe. If I can get in the doorway, it's a big doorway. Still can't get in. It's the jetpack. I'm not used to it. Not used to it at all. So we need to go. Red is for spuds. Then black is priority for wheat. Quite a big priority for wheat. And then blue, we can do 2 there, and then we can go seeds. In case you're wondering, it's not an exact science. It's the best you're going to get with Phunkcraft pipes. This will give you a ratio of, well, it's 9 to 2. So for every 9 that go in here, 2 will go that way. Basically, it's not the greatest way of doing it, but it's quick, and that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. So cool. So now I might as well do this. I'll go either into here, or into here. That's all worked out fine. We need some chests, which I've got a few down here spare. Or at least I've got some wood down here we can make some chests out of. It's in one of the chests somewhere. There we go, loads. And this is one thing we actually need to do a lot in this place is sorting system. We talked about it loads before. We've just never actually got onto doing it, and it's something that needs to be done. Needs to be done very much. But anyway, for the second, I'll just do this. Get that set up like that. We'll also pop one a bit further forward on this side, like this. Cool. And then let's have a look. If I turn this on, it is on. Brilliant. these pumping out as well, so that can be energy pulsar, signal off, energy pulsar, and then energy pulsar. Oh, done too many there. I bet there's loads of stuff here, isn't there? Oh yeah, which is cool. Means you can do lots of stuff with them, but I don't want any of that. So there we go. So that now will work. I need to put some wheat in there, some spuds in there. I'll tell you what, let me set this up properly so it's all working. We'll cut back in and then we'll have a look. Right guys, I'll set this chap off. He's happily harvesting away, which is great. Look at him go there. So come over here. Let's turn on the potato sucker and see if we get some potatoes into our chest. We'll go into the chest room in a sec. I've just all I've done is made the room look a bit more, well, a bit less construction site. So here we go. So redstone off, energy pulses. So now we should see some spuds. We might not see them, but so spuds are going. That's good. That's awesome. So spuds now should end up in here. So see what I've done. I've just basically at the moment, with the mushrooms is a no for now. That's hidden, but that will be something we do soon. But for the moment, it's hidden. We're just going to have bread and spuds at the moment, and this I'll make this look cool for next episode. But it's more like a decorative kitchen area. But for now, we'll just get the functionality in. So if I was to have a look here, we should be having spuds cooking. However, they're not being pulled out. That's a bit odd. Did I turn that on? I did turn that on. I can only presume then that this has to come out of the side. Let's have a look. Let's give that a go. See what happens. If I was to put one of these on here. So they're going to start spewing spuds out everywhere. Yes, that's fine. I'll just do that instead. Problem solved. So we go now. So we should be getting baked potatoes, and as soon as the cart arrives back in here, there she is. She should have unloaded. I hope she's unloaded. So look, get in the gap. The wheat's still in there. Did the wheat? So what's up with this then? So she's passing past red, and that's wheat is in the top chest. Why? I don't know why they didn't go, to be honest. That should have gone. So it goes on here. Red from the cargo manager. There we go. Right, so let's pretend that didn't happen, and the wheat, there you go. So the wheat was all in there. So that's what will normally happen. Now the wheat is being sucked out of the machine, and it's being pushed into. That's awesome. Being pushed into the auto bench behind here. Now I suspect. Oh no, this is good. I saw something come in then. Look at that. Bread. Cool. So now every time these guys harvest, they're actually making food. So I think what I'll do again, actually, I'll just send her off on the bread trail, so that sorts itself. That's the wrong one. That's not ideal. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. She's gonna go farm it all for us. That's cool. So yeah, so now we've actually got reliable sources of food, which is cool, and they're not too difficult to obtain. And you got JPs and you got bread, and we'll have mushroom soup another day, but not today. So that's cool. So actually I'm going to leave the episode there today. I don't really get much done, but it's the first episode back, so just very familiarising. I have got a lot of plans for this place for the next episode. And also we've got a new guy. His name's Amnesty, and he's actually working on the bees for me over here. He's got a little hut set up over here somewhere. Let's go have a quick cheeky peek. Ah yes, here we go. The bee man in the house. He's loving it. What does these signs say? Amnesty's world of bees. If it's not bees, it's not Amnesty's. He's loving it. So yeah, we've got, yeah, look at this, all the sorts of bees, all sorts of bees. So that's something for the future. So that's cool. So that's bee technology, and that's what we want. We want bee tech. That's what we all need. So anyway, I'm going to cut it here. So what we'll do is we'll leave the episode Saturday for vanilla, next week for next Feed the Beast. Yeah, cheers for watching, guys. See you soon.